For the absolute cheapest, most reliable coins, make sure you guys head on to MrMuckCoin.com where you can purchase players, coins, training, and much more. Use code GS for 25% off.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy GS. Welcome back to another Madden 21 video. Hopefully, you guys are doing fantastic. So, finally, our team is ready for some online head-to-head gameplay. And it took a ton of just scraping up, getting everything of getting multiple accounts to level 50, going on ahead and grinding. Squads, going ahead and just saving up a ton of coins to where we got our defense not exactly where we want it. There's definitely some players that I want to go ahead and still add and finish off to the defense. But, for now, I have a team to where no matter how good your team is, as long as I play a good game of John Madden, I'm capable of winning the game. Before my 80 overall defense, it was a liability. Couldn't go out there. I wouldn't have a chance of stopping anyone with my 81 speed Patrick Peterson. It just wouldn't be good. So offensively, again, there's some players that I would have liked. I spent somewhere along the lines of like 4 mil or something like that. Now, the most expensive thing is not even really the players, it's the training. When you want to power someone up, when you want to get abilities and whatnot, it gets very, very, very expensive for training. A 200K card can turn into 350K because you want to power him up, you want to get training on him, you want to go on ahead and add abilities, you want to go on ahead and add a physical chem. And that's where it gets really, really, really expensive. If training wasn't in the game, 2.5 million, I would have the defense that I would like. But I spent over a mil coins. Out of the 2.5 I had on just this account, I spent over a mil in training. And it's just wild on how training goes. But offensively, again, I would love a Bo Jackson or Barry, but, got to go with Warwick Dunn. Pretty good speed. And, from here, my offense, I like where I got my offense, right? I have a very good offensive line, have the best run blocking tight end. Obviously, I want to finish Lamar Jackson and get the 90 overall, but, for now, got to settle for the 87 because I had to work on my defense. Defense was very, very, very important. Offense, you can get away running offense without a ton of speed, but defensively, though, you need speed, right? Because I got to be able to keep up with, whoever you have out there, So I can get away with having an 82 speed receiver out there and still be able to move the ball pretty well. Defense, though, that might be tough. But, offensively, happy. Defensively, though, you take a look, and this is who we have added. We do have 81 overall Sam Mills, but we're actually going to remove him. If you guys remember the video yesterday where we went ahead and did the legend pack, I pulled the Junior Seau, was ecstatic, but can't have any middle linebackers on my team. I run Washington Book. I run Jumbo from Washington, and there's, in order to do what I want to do, I can't have any type of middle linebackers. It restricts me being able to go from jumbo and audible to different formations. So can't have any middle linebackers out on the field. But you take a look at safety, we went with Steve Atwater. Now, Steve Atwater, obviously huge, big hitter, nice and tall at 6'3". So I wanted to get a big hitter. I wanted to go on ahead and get someone that can go on ahead and lay the wood. And the chem I went with, I know a lot of people, most people that I talk to, they're out here and they are doing the defensive chem, and they are going with run stuff. I'm going lockdown. Just give me zone coverage. I'm okay with, no more block shed or hit power. Just give me lockdown. I'm not going to be running any type of man-to-man like that, really. I'm going to be running zone coverage, and the more zone I get from players, the better. Now, this year, you can go all the way up to 50 out of 50. And right now, where it stands, I have +4 zone to all my guys. Now, that's just insane. If you ask me, +4 zone is astronomically incredible. +4 zone, that right there is going to help get a lot of guys over 90 zone, which I believe is the threshold. And when we run zone, hopefully the +4 zone and them getting over 90 zone is going to help them react and hopefully get us some turnovers or whatnot. So Adelius Thomas and Bobby Bell, my outside linebackers. Now you take a look, I have Mo Lewis and I have Khalil Mack behind those guys. And the reasoning for having such expensive backups is because I don't have any middle linebackers. So run defense, I'm planning on coming out in 3-4, planning on having Adelius Thomas, Bobby Bell, my middle linebackers, and Mo Lewis and Khalil Mack at my outside linebackers. So Bobby Bell is obviously a pass coverage linebacker, very, very, very good in the pass. So planning on having one zone guy out there that can hopefully get some reactions out there in case they start passing out of 3-4 and whatnot. Adelius Thomas, Khalil Mack, and Mo Lewis all have, really, really good strength and block shed and whatnot. So I went with those guys. Tyron Matthew, the highest zone strong safety in the game. We'll take a look and show you guys his attributes with the +4 zone coverage. 92 man in case if I do want to sneak man coverage in there. He's someone I can rely on. He's someone I can have on the tight end. He can be on a receiver no matter who the other guy is, as long as I don't get completely just ran by with someone a lot faster. Obviously, he's not the tallest guy. He's not the hardest hitting guy. He's not ideal for the type of safety I prefer to have, but he has great zone coverage. Good zone coverage. React there, get in some passing lanes, and going ahead and start picking off some passes. So we went with Tyron Matthew. And if anyone was interested in how our Steve Atwater is looking like, 89 man by Tyron Matthew is just insane. Like, that's just so good. But 80 man and 91 zone coverage. Again, the +4 is going to have him at 91 zone coverage, 87 speed, 6'3", and 90 hit power. So I've played a ton of games with Steve Atwater and squads, and I know he's just an absolute monster. Looking forward to him doing great for me. So Adelius Thomas, we'll go ahead and show you guys with him. 84 speed, 88 block shed, which is pretty good for him to go ahead and have. Hopefully, the game plan is to prevent our guys or prevent you from really just running the ball, being dominant on the ground, and hopefully having all our zone guys out there to where we can go ahead and hopefully force a bad pass. So, again, 87 block shed, pretty good. Block shed right there by Khalil Mack. Obviously, zone coverage don't really help these guys out too much because, I'm not going to be asking them to go out in zone wildly like that. But someone who does have really good zone is Bobby Bell, though. And his block shed is 84. So, decent. And Bobby Bell's a big hitter. And he's an absolute monster. Big hitter trait. And I've seen him force a ton of turnovers. So, just really looking forward to him making some plays for him. Then we got Mo Lewis with 88 block shed, 81 strength, 82 speed. So, again, in the 3-4, planning on having Bobby Bell and Adelius Thomas, middle linebacker. Outside will be Mack and Mo Lewis. And hopefully we can create some havoc. So, now, our secondary, we had to get Rod. We had to get the Niner Rod Woodson. And the +4 zone is going to go on ahead and bring him up to 90 zone coverage, 89 speed, 89 acceleration. Big hitter trait. You know what you get with Rod Woodson, man. Usually plays the run better than majority of the available cornerbacks out there. Can definitely, come down screaming, make a big hit. And I'm not expecting him to make a ton of fumbles or anything like that. But when you're dealing with the big hitter trait, you are dealing with incomplete passes, right? So that right there is really good. On the other side, we went with Troy Vincent. Now, you take a look at my nickel corner. I just didn't have the coins to really get anyone else. And I'm glad I didn't because I would have went with Asante Samuel. But I'd much rather have Byron Jones over Asante Samuel. So we kind of looked out with that. Asante Samuel was super expensive, going for almost $300K. His power-up was going for like $70K. On top of that, I would have needed training and all that stuff. But we went with Troy Vincent again. zone coverage is where I'm looking to excel at. 94 zone coverage, also has 88 speed, so definitely looking forward to him making some big plays, crashing down in the zone. Now, defense of line is where we could have went with a bunch of different options. At detail, you got Justin Smith, you got a whole bunch of defensive line guys that are really, really good that I've seen ball out. And by far, the most dominant defensive line guy I've seen has been Richard Seymour. I've played with him, I've played against him, and every time Richard Seymour is just an absolute problem. And he's going to be out there in the 3-4. So, we're going to be switching, things out because right now I don't have any abilities on anybody. And when I upload my first game tomorrow, I'm probably going to, have a handful of abilities out there. I'm not exactly, what I'm thinking, here's my thought process. My thought process is we go with insight stuff on Richard Seymour and Richard Seymour, Olsen, Kyle Williams. Because in 3-4, I might put Williams at left end, or I might just go Seymour, Olsen, or Seymour, Kyle Williams, and Porsche. It all depends. But I know I want some inside stuff there, though. That way I can go on ahead and hopefully create some havoc in the run game when they try to run some inside zone. And I definitely want to go on ahead and have, because my main defense, I'm thinking I'm going to try and get some nickels, some 1-4-6 out there. So I can probably put Adelius Thomas and Khalil Mack out there, and they can, hopefully give me some good pass rush because they got pretty decent speed and they can go on ahead and get to the QB and whatnot. So, got a lot of different options, but we went with Olsen, Kyle Williams, and Robert Porsche, and definitely liking the defensive line. Again, would definitely prefer another corner here. And outside of that, would like to see it, like another outside linebacker that has, really, 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 really good block shit, like someone of the Stork type of, player. We give me somebody like the Stork, who's usually phenomenal at hit power, really good block shed, outside linebacker. Again, no middle linebackers. That way I can audible from jumbo to single back and, really fluctuate my offense to hopefully create some issues to your defense. And I cannot have any middle linebackers out on the roster because then I'm unable to, audible from jumbo to a different set. So it's a handicap. There's a lot of tremendous middle linebackers out there. Takeo Spikes is phenomenal. I almost have a done Mills, but just going to run with Washington playbook until the live Carolina Panthers playbook come out, because apparently they're bringing back Heavy Panther, and I will be running Carolina book once that comes out and that's added in the game. But for now, we're going to be running Washington. So defense finally done. We'll have head-to-head gameplay tomorrow. Really looking forward to it, man. Might actually do 2 games. So live commentary and all that good stuff is back. And once again, man, really, really looking forward to it. And hopefully we can go on ahead and ball out, man. Again, missing some pieces on offense and defense. But for now, though, this team can definitely win as long as I play smart, as long as I play good, as long as I stop you from really dominating on the ground, force you to pass in the, against all these high zone coverage guys. That's the strength of this defense. Is very good. Very, very, very good zone coverage awareness, and hopefully we can force some mistakes, man. Until next time, Uncle's going to go ahead and sign out, man. MrMuckCoin.com. Make sure you guys use code GS25 for 25% off all your purchases, man. You guys can go on ahead and you can get players, training, and a bunch of other stuff. Code GS25 for 25% off. MrMuckCoin.com. Link is in the description. Go on ahead and soup your team up a little bit, man, and we'll be signing out. Peace!